Aloha, I'm Reverend Dr. Glenn Swartout. Welcome to Mentorship University. Mentorship is an interesting concept. You know, the term actually, as it's used now as a wise teacher, a senior colleague that's imparting wisdom and experience to a younger colleague, really goes back to the 1700s, based on a book that was very popular about the adventures of Telemachus, written in 1699 in French. So Telemachus was the son of Odysseus, a subject of the Odyssey, famous Greek story of really a classical hero's journey. And the hero's journey, if you stick with this journey that we're on here, you'll be hearing more about that, because it turns out that the stages in the hero's journey have been studied across all the cultures, and they correlate. It's not just a story. It's the story of life, of your life, of our life, of human life, of how we meet the challenges of developing our spirit, our consciousness, and how we manifest the blessings that we can attain through that and share those with others. And that's what we're all about at Mentorship University. So, but who is mentor, and why do we use mentor's name when we're speaking of, a senior coach, for example, a teacher, a wise guide? Well, mentor was a friend of Odysseus, and so trusted that he was one of the people that Odysseus trusted his son Telemachus to when he went off to the Trojan War. And so he was gone a long time, and during that time other men in Greece wanted to gain control of the kingdom, so they were saying, oh, Odysseus, he's gone, he's not going to come back, he's must be dead by now. And so there were many suitors who were vying for the hand of Penelope, Odysseus' wife, the mother of Telemachus. And so where mentor came in was not only the caretaker and advisor of Telemachus, but as a spiritual man, he was able to allow the divine wisdom to flow through him, not just from his past knowledge, his ego knowledge, but from the distributed, all-encompassing knowledge that when we get into the non-local aspects of consciousness, the spirit, the beyond the mind, but the spirit. And we'll go into this in great depth as we look at the hero's journey in subsequent talks. So the way the Greeks understood this was to say that Athena, the goddess Athena, came in the form of mentor. The divine intelligence came through this real man, living man, mentor's body, is another way to look at it, interpret it, and counsel the son Telemachus to ward off the suitors, and even to go on a journey, a hero's journey himself, to find his father and find out what truly happened, because they had no confirmation of his death, so it was necessary to track him down, find out what really happened before we can allow suitors to marry Penelope and take over the kingdom. So mentorship is this idea of not just a teacher with greater knowledge, but ultimately the teacher's teacher. Like Christ was called teacher, rabbi. Why? Because he had the words of divine wisdom. He was coherent, fully coherent with the divine. Why did he say that we will do greater miracles? Because we all have that potential. That's how we're made. We're made to be like gods. Not like God, capital G, the one God, but as cells in the divine being, cells in the body of Christ, we say spiritually, we are called to that very high standard of becoming saints, becoming cells, truly viable cells in God's body. So when we leave the mortal coil behind, we navigate the heavens and functionally become cells in that divine commerce, of giving of ourselves through love for the sake of others, because ultimately we all are one in that divinity, in that relationship of like cells in your body. Doesn't the liver cell help the kidney cell by breaking down toxins, making them water soluble, eliminating them through the bile to avoid the kidneys in some cases? So every cell in your body, when it's in communication with the whole, with the transcendent divine nature, that transcends its local environment and the organ and tissue that it's located in, it's a functional cell, and it's responding to the light communication, the coherent photons that Professor Fritz Popp has been studying for decades, that communicate between cells, and have their greatest communication at the moment of cell death, that gives up the ghost, that the light is coherent light, like laser light that can go to the moon and back and not lose its coherence, its energy, its power and force, its vitality. It transcends time, it transcends space. Again, that's our deeper nature that we're here to develop, and to develop as ourselves, to develop as coaches to help others, and to develop through mentorship, and to become the mentors, to bring the divine present. It's our mission, it's our goal, it's our purpose. Welcome.